Only on 4 tonight, the Missouri governor accused of being a homewrecker.
The episode has done unspeakable damage to my family.
A hushed affair.
I needed to get out there and tell the truth.
And allegations of potential blackmail. News 4 investigates the shocking story one man says the governor wants hidden.
I got to get this behind me.
Live from KMOV, News 4 is covering breaking news.
Good evening. Within the last 30 minutes, Governor Greitens confirmed to News 4 that he did have an extramarital affair.
A News 4 investigation prompted this bombshell announcement from Governor Greitens and his wife. And in a moment, you will hear from the governor and First Lady. But first, we want to bring in News 4 investigator Lauren Traeger. Lauren, this is a story you've been working on for almost a year.
Yes, it is. News 4 has obtained a recording of a woman allegedly confessing to her then-husband in great detail about a sexual encounter she had with Governor Greitens just months before he announced he was running for governor. News 4 has corroborated a number of the details in the story, but has decided to protect the woman and her husband by concealing their identities. The reason? While the affair is one thing, it's what the woman says Greitens did to keep her quiet that some might find the most disturbing.
I'm Eric Greitens. I'm a Navy SEAL. I'm a businessman. I am a native Missourian, but most importantly, I am a very proud husband and father.
During his campaign and while in office, Governor Greitens has built himself a family man. But acts a woman accuses Greitens of committing on tape, this man says, are horrible and disgusting.
I think it's absolutely inhuman and evil. I truly do.
The man provided details to News 4 of a sexual encounter between his now ex-wife and Greitens back in March of 2015. News 4 is choosing not to name the woman. She has not made on-the-record comments for the story. The recording was made just days after Greitens and the woman's first sexual encounter. His wife did not know as she confessed intimate details to her husband.
So on Saturday morning, before my first client, I did go to his house. The first time ever. Like I said, nothing, period, had ever happened or taken place until this snowball tornado just happened. I know I brought it on.
The woman explains that her interactions with Greitens were sometimes initiated by herself. They met because she cut his hair.
I met Eric a year ago, and I instantly had a big crush on him.
She says she felt drawn to talk to him, but when he told her, I want you to come over to his house, she first said no. She wanted to meet for coffee, but Greitens said to her, no, I can't. I can't be seen with you. This is wrong.
And I said, I know. So he said, just come to my house.
She agreed to go to his house to talk. It's unclear where Greitens' wife or children were at this time. The woman admits that when the sexual encounter began that day, it was wanted.
He said, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel good. Come downstairs. I want to show you how to do a proper pull-up. And I knew that he was being sexual, and I still let him. And he used some sort of tape, I don't know what it was, and taped my hands to these rings and then put a blindfold on me.
She went on to say, though, that some of his actions scared her.
I don't even know. I feel like I don't even know. This is numb. I just think I don't even know.
She then described what Greitens allegedly did next that made her feel sick.
And he stepped back, and I saw a flash through the blindfold. He said, you're never going to mention my name. Otherwise, there's pictures of me everywhere.
It's this action that upset her husband at the time.
He took a picture of my wife naked as blackmail. There is no worse person.
And what still upsets him to this day.
I think it's as bad as it gets. I think it's as bad as it gets when somebody takes advantage of somebody.
The woman says she was angry at Greitens for taking a picture of her, though in the conversation she does take on some of the blame for their interactions and says that Greitens apologized after the encounter and told her he had erased the picture. She claims they had at least one more physical interaction later that day. After the tearful confession, the man and his wife tried reconciling, but according to the man, Greitens was still in her life. In October 2015, the woman allegedly sent an email to a Gmail account she told her husband she had previously used to get in touch with Greitens. It said, "Eric, I am asking you to please consider all who are involved and the circumstances around us. I need you to not book at the salon anymore. This isn't fair to me nor anyone close to us. Please respect me and my wishes."
I'm not after anything. I don't want to be part of politics. I don't want to be a part of anything. I just want to move on with my life.
The man says he didn't want to speak out before, but says recently he's been contacted by law enforcement authorities and members of the media. He says he wanted to get in front of a story he believed would come out eventually, and he wants to protect his family.
Something happened and churned all this and had people hounding me further and further and further, even leaving a voicemail on my daughter's phone. When that happened, everything changed.
The man's attorney, Al Watkins, confirms he too has been in contact repeatedly with law enforcement agencies about this.
My knowledge and my experience leads me to believe that at very least there is an elevated degree of interest in what is going on.
Did you provide this recording to them?
Yes.
The man and his wife sought a divorce in March of 2016. By Election Day, November 2016, the man was on social media calling Greitens a, quote, homewrecker.
This didn't just destroy our marriage. This destroyed an entire environment, an entire ecosystem. This destroyed it all.
Now, we have spoken with an attorney representing the woman in this case who says they have no comment right now. Just a short time ago, though, the governor and his wife released a statement, and we want to read it to you in full. A few years ago, before Eric was elected governor, there was a time when he was unfaithful in our marriage. This was a deeply personal mistake. Eric took responsibility, and we dealt with this together, honestly and privately. While we never would have wished for this pain in our marriage or the pain that this has caused others, with God's mercy, Sheena has forgiven and we have emerged stronger. We understand that there will be some people who cannot forgive, but for those who can find it in your heart, Eric asks for your forgiveness, and we are grateful for your love, your compassion, and your prayers. In a separate statement from the First Lady, Sheena Greitens, she said, "We have a loving marriage and an awesome family. Anything beyond that is between us and God. We want the media and those who wish to peddle gossip to stay away from me and my children."